Was there ever like a moment of doubt with Brock coming in where you're like, damn, Jimmy just went down. This is our second quarterback. Now we're on to our third quarterback who's a rookie, Mr. Irrelevant. Like, what the hell, man? Like, did that thought process ever happen, or had you already seen enough from Brock that you felt pretty confident?
No, I hadn't seen. I had seen like this is the NFL. Like
Right.
this is the NFL. Like at that point, like we're already on. At this point, this is our Jimmy's our backup quarterback. So you're already down to your two.
Right.
And you know you kind of like know, excuse me, what the situation is like already. Like you don't think about like you're like, all right, we have this is our second quarterback. Now our third is who? Our third is Brock Purdy.
Mr.
But as you
Irrelevant.
start, you go into the game, and I think in that game, I think even if you see the way that Jimmy, like shout out Jimmy, my dog. If you see the way that just the way that he I think we're driving down, we're about to score, or we're moving down the field. I think we're in their territory. I think we have 3 points, and I can't remember if it's third or second down, but we're just like we call it pass play, but it's like it's a drop back pass, so we're right on the brink, we're right on the edge of field goal territory. So it's like don't take a sack, and we get in a situation where it's easy to say don't take a sack, but like when you have 300-pound guys that run 4.3s and 4.4s running your face, it's a different story. So you see him like they fly through, and Jimmy, he's like, there's nowhere to go with the football. There's nothing he could do besides take the sack, and he's fighting and he's trying to get back and trying to get us just any yard that we can to get us maybe 1 yard. They say it's a game of inches, maybe an inch more to try to keep us in field goal range. And in that fight, we lost one of our guys. So shout out to Jimmy. He's gonna go and I'm happy for him. He's gonna go into
He's gonna get the bag from
he's gonna
somewhere.
go get that bag. And
Yes, he is.
he's gonna make a team happy. But when that happened, Brock, we're like, all right, we come back out for the next series, and Brock I think yeah, so Brock comes out, and then like you hear it. And nobody told us anything. Like as receivers, like we get back to the bench. We're looking at the last series. I'm over there like oh, they're going cover two. Like throw the corner. Like I come back to the sideline. We just go 3-and-out. Like I'm on the sideline, like talking to Kyle about this and that, talking to Hank about this and that. So I don't even know what's going on with Jimmy. So we're talking about it. We go back out there, and you hear in that quarterback, number 13, Brock Purdy, and I'm like, where Jimmy at? What's going on? And they're like, oh, Jimmy's just in the tent getting checked out. So we're expecting, all right, maybe we'll have to rock with him for this series, but maybe after this, Jimmy's will be back. That's what I kind of felt.
Right.
And so we go out for that. I don't remember exactly that drive, but I remember we come out again and Brock's still out there. So at this point, we're like, okay, we got to go. And then just as we're playing, we're like, oh, this like as we keep like this dude is like he like, all right, he got something to him. He's playing ball. Like we move on. Like all right, we rocking with him. We got to go. And that's what we do. And he plays a good game. Like we get out of there with a win. So like you named all those guys. From that we know very well, we got to go out, leave there with the win. And then from there on, Brock Purdy was born. So, but in that time, it was crazy. It was different. You don't even, as a receiver, you're like, oh man, oh shit.
Yeah, you're
And
like, oh hell. Hey, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh crap. Like you guys got out
yeah, I'm sure
with
as a
the
fan
win.
too. I'm sure as somebody close to the team. I'm sure that anybody cannot tied to the team felt the same way.
I was like, oh crap. Like you guys got out
Yeah, I'm sure
with
as a
the
fan
win.
too. I'm sure as somebody close to the team. I'm sure that anybody cannot tied to the team felt the same way.
Yeah, it was like, what the hell's happening here, man? Like we're on a third string, like we're on a win streak. Like and you know, again, it's different when you get back into the tape and like then you start to break it down and holy, they're throwing zero blitz at this dude left and right. I mean, you had Holland coming off the edge, you had Phillips coming off the edge, and he had to get the ball out, and he was doing it. And he was doing his little escape thing, and you're like, all right, well, maybe we got something here. We'll figure it out. We have to. We find out that Jimmy breaks his foot, and you're like, no, this sucks. But like you said, the legend of Brock is born. He goes and beats Tom Brady the next week, goes up to Seattle on the road for the division after getting hurt in that game against Tampa Bay. There's a bunch of reports about what actually happened to him, but it did sound like he was pretty banged up in that game. You get the win on Christmas Eve against Washington. You get the freaking shootout against the Raiders. And then you take care of business against the Cardinals, man. Like at that point, after you made it that far and you completed that win streak and you're going in to the playoffs with Brock Purdy, like, were you feeling confident? Like we could do this with Brock Purdy.
He gave me just the confidence that he gave me, and like probably maybe after Miami, I'm like, okay. After Tampa Bay, I had no doubt. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're just fine. We're back to business. This dude is this dude. That's a different dude.
What are we watching here, man?
that is a different dude for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dude Brock, man. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm not sure exactly what the situation is. I only know what the same thing that y'all know, but praying for him. And just knowing him so far, just a little bit that I've got to be around him. I know he's gonna be all right. So shout out my dude Brock. Appreciate you. He's part of it. Shout out Trey. Shout out Jimmy. They all made my username possible. Shout out those guys.
Yeah, man. You had three freaking quarterbacks thrown to you.